Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon, and we've got some, exciting Star Wars news, big Star Wars news. I don't know, it depends on how you view it. Star Wars Resistance has been canceled. The Disney XD animated Star Wars series has been canceled. It'll have one more season, it'll have season 2, and then we're done. It's over. Now, I don't know if that was the plan all along, because honestly, I haven't been watching Resistance. I watched part of one episode of it. I was not impressed with it. It wasn't nearly as good as Clone Wars or Rebels. But yeah, so the news actually, again, this kind of speaks to how Disney does things these days, where they wrap bad news in good news. They make it out like, hey guys, we've got a new trailer for the next season of Resistance. Oh, and by the way, it's the last season of Resistance, but come watch the next season of Star Wars Resistance. So before we get into the video, please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed so far. We cover pop culture news, we have views, we do rants, we just comment on things going on in the pop culture space right now, and we just passed 50,000 subs, and we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the support. We're hoping to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. I don't know if that's possible, but that's our goal. So this is actually the first I've seen of the press release on Cosmic Book News. Star Wars Resistance canceled season 2 trailer release. So they released the trailer. Now, the reason I didn't hear about the show being canceled was if you go out to Google News, they do kind of bury it. Now, here they said it's the final season of Resistance, but they never say Star Wars Resistance canceled. I heard about it from Twitter, but they're trying to put the positive spin on it. All these news outlets are like, hey, Kylo Ren's going to be on. Isn't that great? They're getting a second season. Isn't that good news? The only site that's actually calling out that it was canceled that I can see is Cosmic Book News. So it is buried in there. We're going to read the press release, and then we're going to talk about kind of the trouble that Resistance has had with the fandom that I'm aware of. Again, I haven't really been following it that much because I really did not care at all about this show. So here is the info. Season 2 of the high-flying Emmy Award-nominated Star Wars Resistance premieres Sunday, October 6th on Disney Channel and Disney Now. Again, bad news buried in good news. Emmy nominated. We're getting a season 2. It's been Emmy nominated. Kylo Ren's coming. Good news. Good news with bad news buried in there. The Emmy Award nominated series Star Wars Resistance returns for its second and final season beginning on Sunday, October 6th on Disney Channel and Disney Now, with subsequent airings on Disney XD. The new season takes place during the events of The Last Jedi leading up to the Rise of Skywalker. So maybe it was planned all along for the show to end because they're going to kind of bridge that gap. I don't know. As Kaz and the team continue to fight against the threats of the First Order, did they ever explain what the hell the First Order actually is? I mean, do we even know what the First Order is? I don't even know what the First Order is. What is the First Order? They never fully explain it in the movies. And I'm not buying a damn book to find out what the First Order is. I don't know. Did they ever explain? Maybe, I wanted to watch a show just to see what the First Order was, and then it was all about racing. It was like Oban Star Racers. So I didn't watch it. Culminating in an epic series finale, the story picks up after a harrowing escape from the First Order as the Colossus and its residents find themselves lost in space. Lost in space, pursued by Agent Tierney and Commander Pyre. I don't know. I don't watch the show. I'm probably mispronouncing these. Kaz and his team also face a myriad of new dangers along the way, including bounty hunters, a suspicious Hutt, General Hux, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Meanwhile, Tam grapples with her future and where her true allegiance lies, with her friends or with the First Order. The thrilling final season will showcase how the unlikeliest of heroes can help spark hope across the galaxy. Yeah, so sounds like they have some pretty decent voice actors. Some pretty decent voice actors here. Yeah, it's canceled already, and there are a couple of reasons why this doesn't surprise me. One, Star Wars is in the toilet right now. In general, it seems like Disney is really taking a good hard look at Star Wars going forward and where the money is better spent, and Clone Wars is coming back, and I think way more people would rather see Clone Wars than Resistance. I don't know how it performed in terms of ratings or viewership, but I do know there wasn't a lot of enthusiasm for it at first. We covered it last year when they first dropped the trailer. It had a ridiculous amount of downvotes. People did not like the art style. They didn't like the fact that they canceled Rebels for this show. It looked very childish. It just, you know, it was based on the sequel trilogy, which most people don't care about. Yeah, so, you know, I knew people did not like the show. I watched half of the first episode and I was bored out of my mind. I don't know if it got better, to be honest. I mean, there are shows where I watched the pilot, I wasn't impressed. I came in later after the show found itself and I was like, yeah, okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't know if Resistance is one of those shows or not. You guys have to tell me, because I watched a half an episode and I was out. So I don't know how many people actually watched it, if that was a factor, or just that it was planned to be 2 seasons, or that, you know, Disney is diverting its Star Wars dollars to other projects, you know, for Disney Plus or whatever. But it's done. It's over. It's just very, very interesting to see how, again, how the media kind of spins it as a positive. It's, you know, I didn't even know it was canceled. I did see stories pop up about Resistance, but it was all positive spin, as is expected, you know. But Star Wars is not in a good place right now. Star Wars is not in a good place right now. Disney, I think, knows it's not in a good place right now. I think some of these media outlets that still want access, the access media, are going to make this sound like a positive. You know, they're not going to take the opportunity to be like, hey, here's another failure for Star Wars. The show is canceled. Again, we don't know if this show was always intended to just be 2 seasons. I know animated series don't have a very long shelf life these days. Unless you're The Simpsons, you're on forever. Or Rick and Morty, you're on forever. But, you know, it didn't last very long. I mean, really, season 2... I don't know how many episodes are in the first season, but it seems like it's probably just the second half of an initial order of shows, of episodes, because that happens a lot too. It used to be that one season was like 26 episodes. Now it's like one season is 6 episodes, and they break it up into 3 or 4 quote-unquote seasons. But, you know, whatever's going on, Disney clearly doesn't think there's much of a future for this. They think their dollars are better spent somewhere else. And, you know, I think their dollars are better spent on trying to figure out why the sequel era is utterly broken. Because on the same page, what's trending, what's related, on the same page on Cosmic Book News, Resistance is canceled. Galaxy's Edge may close and get rebranded. Now, I don't think it's going to become Aladdin, but I think that they might go back to the original trilogy at some point to try to salvage it. Galaxy's Edge is a flop, and they cut the staff hours. I mean, none of this is a good look. And you go out to the media and you see that that's constantly flop, failure, low attendance, decline, all of that associated with Disney right now in regards to Star Wars in particular. Not a good look. Star Wars is not in a good place, but this is just throw another corpse on the fire, I guess. This is it. It's done. Resistance is canceled. So please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. This has been Neon. We will talk later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.